what your areas of improvement are. So there are two aspects. Once you finish your talk, you will be told what are your strengths, and you will also be told what are your areas of improvement. So the idea is to take your feedback very positively and work on it at a very gradual pace. And that will happen because that's the idea of having a forum like this, to practice a different set of activities in every class, right? And that helps you build your confidence. Okay, so who would like to go first? Okay, Ayush, go ahead.
Ma'am, do I have to talk about all the pictures in the way I
No,
interpret
only
them?
one picture. Only one picture that you've chosen.
Okay.
So
I
introduce
think that
yourself. I am so and so, and this is the picture that I've chosen, and then you speak about the picture.
Ayush, I have chosen the picture with the drone. I think it's a spy gadget that somebody sent to look at me because it has a camera. I think it's having a remote control and it's very odd to be seeing it. I dislike it because I don't like the fact that somebody else is viewing me without my permission. And I like it because it must be really high technology. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Ayush. So, this being your first activity, I would say the very fact that you spoke up, you shared your thoughts about the picture is really good. You did that without really, being at a loss for words. You spoke confidently, which is great. Um, but moving on to the areas of improvement, I really think you have the potential to share a lot more content. So I know for a fact that you have a lot more to share about it. Okay. And you will be able to share a lot more going ahead because that's how we've designed the program. The activities are so designed that you will want to share a lot more. Okay, so that is one. Second, there's something called modulation of voice. Okay, modulating your voice when you are speaking. That will become more clearer when we have story narration and a few other activities. But this is about the highs and lows in your voice. When you bring that, when you include that in your talk, you are able to influence your audience better, right? So that's what public speaking is all about, right? You want to influence your audience with your talk, right? So that's another aspect that you can look at. And your conclusion was very abrupt, which means you did say thank you, but it took us quite some time to understand that you've concluded. So, your talk should be so paced that the audience should know that, okay, fine, the conclusion is coming now. Unless it's a story narration. If it's story narration, it's different. You can have an element of surprise. Okay, so, but otherwise, Ayush, very good. Good job. So, let's move on to who would like to go next? Ishan,
Yes, ma'am.
go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. My
Ishan,
name
can
is
you can
Ishan.
you please adjust the camera? I can just see half part of your face.
Ma'am, now?
Yes, now I can see it. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. I am Ishan Mishra and I want to speak about fruits. Fruit are, fruits are a sweet, fleshy, edible part of a plant. It is very healthy and many people love it. My favorite fruit is mangoes because it is the king of the fruits, and plus it is sweet and it has it has very much nutrition in it, so I like it. And
Yes, go ahead, Ishan. You're doing
no, ma'am, that
so. Then conclude it properly. Yes, Ishan. Now conclude it properly.
Mama said it.
Okay. All right. Uh, we were unable to hear the last part, but that's okay. The initial part, I'll give you a feedback based on the initial part of your talk. I think you're doing a lot better than you were when you had really joined the class. I told you that earlier as well, right? So each one of us is unique and we have our unique set, so Ayush's strengths and areas of improvement would be different from Ishan's, would be different from Darsh's, would be different from me. So while I'm facilitating this session, I'm also a learner in a way, okay? That's how I take it. Ishan, camera on, please. So what we will be doing is, um, like I've told you, you've shared some content, but you have the potential to share a lot more content, Ishan. And the more you participate, the better you will get at bringing up your confidence level. And then, whatever you have to share will flow easily. So that is one thing that I want you to focus on. I'll not give you too many areas of improvement. You just have to break that comfort zone and make that effort to speak more, share more content. Okay, good. uh
Excuse me, ma'am.
yes.
Ma'am, it's saying that there are hardly 8 minutes left until the meeting ends.
Yes, so today's session would be for only 8 minutes unless there's an extension that we get. But let's carry on. So that would mean 40 minutes session. And then if you all, I think two of them have already enrolled. Ayush, if you also enroll from tomorrow, we will have a Google Meet session, which would mean a 1 hour session. Okay. Yes, are you all able
Okay.
to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
So, Darsh, we move on to you. If you can quickly share what you wanted to.
Hello everyone, I am Darsh and I have chosen the topic cars. I made this car. It's a super smart and super fast car. When you press a button, it gives you food. It can give you gadget. It has more than 700 rooms inside it. It has a games room. It has a kitchen. It has many rooms, and you can even sleep. It's for 7 crores. And then you have this car, and plus you don't need to pay any term life insurance, e- and even if you have an accident, you will not get hurt. That Thank you.
Okay. All right. So, Darsh, based on whatever you shared, you try to pitch it as a luxurious car, which is great. The description was good. It was very tempting for all of us to really buy, but 7 crores seems way too much for us to really afford. But yes, the way you described it made it very fascinating for us. The area of improvement for you, Darsh, is that when we have an activity where you have to share a lot of content, you do share. So I know that you have the potential to share, but you tend to get so imaginative that sometimes it doesn't feel real at all. So 700 rooms in a small car like that may seem impossible, but I do remember that I told you there is no wrong or right to this. So all I want you to do is, unless it is a story narration session, I want you to be more realistic, more factual in your description. You can add some elements of imagination to it, no problem with that, but be more factual, more realistic. Okay. Otherwise, good job, good description of the car, and you really tempted us to own one of those cars. Okay, good job. So, Ishan, Ayush, please cameras on. Okay, so just to, because we're going to be this session will end in the next 4 to 5 minutes. So it's going to be today's session was a 40-minute session. And from tomorrow, we'll have a 1 hour session. So every Monday, Tuesday, it's going to be a 1 hour session. Now, the 4 minutes that we have, I am going to take you through some riddles because we just had an activity. So typically what we do is we have an activity and we have a game that we play. So that brings in element of fun and learning. And I'm saying that because Ayush, Darsh, and Ishan have already been a part of the session. They already know that. Okay. Since you don't know, I want to give you an idea of what you can expect in the public speaking program. So typically what we do is in every public speaking program, we either have
You have to end,
or the kind of
to end with a
activity.
little humor.
Sorry.
I mean, we always end up ending with a little humor.
Sorry.
Does that mean the class always ends with a little humor?
Yes, or we have the energizer or the fun element or the humor aspect, like you rightly said, either in the beginning or towards the end. So we make sure that we have room for that. Yes. Um, so moving on to some riddles for you all, and then the session would end. So what 5-letter word becomes shorter when you add 2 letters to it? The question is, what 5-letter word becomes shorter when you add 2 letters to it?
Short. Short.
Short, okay, good. So, what word begins and ends with an E but only has 1 letter? Yes, the Ishan?
E.
Huh?
E.
No. So, what is it? What is the word? You have to tell me the
T.
word.
T.
T. No. What word begins and ends with an E but only has 1 letter? Envelope.
E.
Envelope. Okay. Uh, what? This is very easy. What gets wetter as it dries?
Ma'am, a towel.
Okay. Which letter of the alphabet has the most water? Come on, exercise your brains. This is easy. Which letter of the alphabet
C.
has the most
C. C.
water?
C.
C. C. Very good.
C.
C. What has to be broken before you can use it?
An egg.
An egg. Egg.
Yes. What begins with T, ends with T, and has T in it?
T.
Teapot. T doesn't end with T, right? So teapot. Which month has 28 days?
Month February.
February.
All the months.
All the months, yes. Okay, where does Friday come before Thursday? The question is, where does Friday come before Thursday?
When you're frying.
Dictionary. Okay. Dictionary. In a dictionary, you'll find Friday before Thursday. Alphabetically, na? So with this, we will end today's session. Ayush, I hope you have a good idea of what the public speaking program is going to be all about, right? Just the way we had today's session, we have debates, we have extempore, we have games, activities, all of that. Okay. So it was nice having you in this session. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to you enrolling and being a part of the program. For Darsh and Ishan, definitely we will begin the session tomorrow and we'll have the Google Meet session. So we will start at 3 and end at 4. Ayush, I'll speak to your mother about it. You can also